Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I am a hot messy mama. Today I'm just going to do a quick what makeup I would do when I'm rushing to get out the door. We are going to see The Little Mermaid today. It is Memorial Weekend. We spent, if you want to see how I get really fast, please keep watching. If you are over 40, this is an absolute must-have. Essential. It's the BeautyBio Eyelighter Concentrate. It's got the thin tip. You've probably, if you've watched my channel, you've seen me use it before. I absolutely love it. I feel like it makes a difference. It feels good. Importantly, it's so good. The Eyelighter Concentrate by BeautyBio. You can get it at Sephora and Ulta now. Alright, so that's where I start. Like I said, we're going to see The Little Mermaid today. I'm very excited. My son has sat through Puss in Boots over Christmas and he did pretty well. It's not gonna be a super sunshiny day, but still need to wear sunscreen. So when I'm in a hurry like this, and I'm sure somebody is gonna tell me that I'm like deactivating the SPF or something, I don't know. But I do my SPF mixed with my primer in this case, and most cases, I almost always use the Vieve Skin Nova. It's my absolute favorite, hydrating with a little bit of glow. So there, I just mix them together. NARS Radiance Primer has SPF 35. That's another option if you don't need aggressive SPF to make it a little easier. So, okay. For glow, I do get a little bit from that, but the JOAH stick is, I find, a little bit faster than a liquid like the Halo Glow. It's not quite as glowy, but it's kind of glowy in a different way. So I'll just stripe some of that on my face. And again, with speed in mind, I'm gonna do a liquid today, but I'm gonna do a fail-proof favorite all-time, the Mario foundation, SurrealSkin, I think that's what it's called. It's been ages since I've talked about it. And I'm gonna use my new Anissa. The Juicy Jazz collection came with 3 different brushes and I love them all. It came with a fluffy brush, you'll see me use it, and then a concealer brush as well. All right, so I just dot most of it and then take the rest on my brush and go to town. This foundation blends out really easily and pretty evenly. And it's also forgiving if your color, if the shade is not exact. It's not super full coverage, so there is some flexibility there. I always take it up onto my ears because my ears tend to be pale. We went to the pool yesterday. It was the first day it opened and it was pretty nice, but today it's gonna be cloudy and stormy and like 70 degrees. So not quite pool weather. So we are going to the movie. I'm excited to see it. I was trying to figure out the difference between like IMAX and 3D, which apparently you can have IMAX and 3D, but there is IMAX without 3D, but the screen's a lot larger, so we'll see when we get there. I don't want to see it in 3D. I don't think my son will keep the glasses on and then it'll be a nightmare. So I want to see it in regular. Hold that thought, let me get my concealer. Oh crap. Not very fast if I don't have everything here. Okay, some of my favorite concealers recently. I like the Dominique. The Dominique Cosmetics concealer is really nice. It, like the Rare Beauty Brightener, it's also got a metal tip, only it's a little bit nicer of one. It's more of a flat, kind of a spoon shape with the flat back, so it's really easy to distribute. I like you don't get a drastic amount with this, so you're almost never gonna go overboard, which is nice. It's nice, you know, you can always add more, you can't subtract. So I'm gonna start with that. And then yeah, here is the Anissa concealer brush. It's got kind of the fingertip shape. I just kind of press and dab. And honestly, if I was in a super hurry, like had to get somewhere more, the movie's playing like every 10 minutes. So if we miss one, we could just go to the next one. But if I was in more of a hurry, I would use one brush for everything. This is more, I want to go fast, but I'm not going to officially be late to anything, which, if you know me, is my biggest downfall. I'm late to everything. Well, I don't know about biggest, but it's one of the bigger character flaws, for sure. I got that all over my lip. I like this brush for concealer, for pushing it in under the eyes especially. Let me get a little more centered. But I do kind of go back in and blend it in with the foundation brush, just to make sure there's no stark lines or streaks. Ah, my goodness. I have not been able to film very much recently. My day job has been super hectic. For contour and bronzer, I'm going to do the Milk Sculpt Stick and the Freck Face Hack for the bronzing. And then I just blend them together at the same time. This, again, is not my, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late, I need to get out the door fast, but it is, which is like what I said at the intro. This is the, if I need to do this makeup, but now that I'm sitting here filming, I'm like, I don't wanna rush through it, because I love doing my makeup. So I put that on first, and then I just throw the face hack, which the Freck team told me it's made this small on purpose. One, so you use it up before it actually goes bad and you're not wasting product, but so you can also have more precision and precise placement. BK 101 to blend these, and I just kind of push it back. Contour stays closer to my hairline, and then down here I flip the brush over to make sure we're still in the same direction, and I start to blend out the bottom and then tap. And it goes really quick. Look how quick. Look how quick that blends together. So same thing over here. And then I'm kind of holding the brush and it, well, it's already angled, but I'm putting more pressure on the bottom when I'm doing this to really get the contour going. Warm that up, and then pressing the top together. And then I can flip the brush over and take the tip part right along these side pieces. Shorten that nose a little bit. And then I just take what's left over my eyelids, kind of pull up here, get that snatched, and then what's left after that can come down on the jaw. Last step before powder is gonna be some cream blush. I'm gonna use the Saie liquid in the shade Chili, which is this really pretty mauvey pink. This is a little bit deeper, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. Put that on, and I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for my bronzer and just dab that out. I will go back over with a powder blush, but this gives a nice base. You know what? I am gonna put a little more. Just another dot. I wanna continue my first time series that I have started, but I'm struggling deciding what topic to do next. The ones I've been thinking of are fairly controversial, but I don't want it to be too like Debbie Downer. I'm gonna use the Dominique powder, the loose powder. Actually, no, I'm not, because I am still sort of in a hurry. I'm gonna use my Vieve pressed powder, the Modern Powder Perfector. And here's the third brush in the Anissa set. It's a fluffy highlighter, I think they call it, tapered highlight brush, but it's a little bit larger than I would use for highlight, so I do, however, like it for quick powder under the eyes, This powder is so blurring and so beautiful. It is slightly tinted. They do have colors. It's not like a transparent. This is the light shade. But it is so blurring. I mean, you can see right there my forehead lines pretty much disappeared. The under eyes, mine get creepy at first, but then as my makeup settles in, it looks beautiful. So I don't get too concerned about how my under eyes look until like 5 minutes after I've done my makeup, when they've had time to settle down. Okay, quick once over with a powder bronzer. I cannot stop using the Chantecaille. I just absolutely love it. This is the Real bronzer from Chantecaille in the red. This is the shade Sirena. It's absolutely stunning. It's got a little bit of sheen, but not, it's just so easy. It's so beautiful, and you can't mess it up because it just is seamless, and it is a baked gelée formula. Just absolutely beautiful. And actually, while I'm here, because I'm not going to do anything crazy on my eyes, I'm just going to take my Vieve, which is by Smith. She collabed with Smith Cosmetics to put out these brushes, which is awesome because I love the Smith brushes. That's the worst part about natural bristle brushes, is the hairs falling out. I didn't have a problem with the Ariel brushes until very recently. They started shedding. I don't know if that's just because they're getting older or I don't wash them enough. Could be part of it. Okay, I'm just taking the same bronzer. I'm just gonna put that right in my crease on both sides, and I'm gonna bring it underneath as well. And again, just using that same brush, going under the edge of my eyes for a little bit of definition. Swirl it out here to bring them out a little bit. And then the same brush to define and set that contour. So that's it for the powder bronzer. That might be it for the eyes. I might put a little bit of shimmer on the lids. But for now, we're just gonna go straight into one of my favorite products these days are the Kiss by the Sun iconic all over cheek colors. I've been using the shade So Cheeky like it's going out of style all the time. It goes really beautifully with Delphine from Rose Inc., one of their cream blushes. I talked about this in my haul where I got both of these, but look at these. I mean, peachy, rusty, sunburnt heaven. Absolutely love them. But since I'm wearing a little brighter pink today on my shirt, and I already used the cool toned chili, I'm gonna go in with the other shade I have, which is called Playtime, and it's a cool lavender pink with a golden shift. So it's also beautiful. I use these with a fluffy brush like this one from the Ariel collection with Morphe, and you can be a little more aggressive when you use a fluffier brush that's not as dense. I know, what's her name? Julia Adams did not like these in the first video she tried them, and I wanted to like reach through the screen and say, use a fluffy brush. Use a fluffy brush. Trust me, they are beautiful. And they don't have, the ones I have don't have a lot of glitter or anything. Like the Valentino, the holiday ones, super glittery, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But they do have glitter, and even the Rare Beauty highlighters have glitter in them, micro glitter. But this does not show up shimmer on me, and I just think they're so beautiful. Of course, I'm gonna go ham and bring it up a little bit towards my temple and also on my outer corner of my eye. But I love it. I think they're so beautiful. I mean, but yeah, Julia Adams didn't like them, and I was bummed, but she used a really dense brush, and I want to tell her, Julia Adams, use a fluffy brush. Come on, girl. I mean, yeah, it enhances it a little. It does enhance my texture a little, but like anything does. I mean, the texture's there. I don't care. I'm 40 something. 42. And have some texture. So yeah, just take a little bit everywhere else to kind of tie it in. Oh, I maybe did go a little bit too ham. You know what? I'm going to take my bronzer brush and just kind of... I'm going to go over everything in a minute anyway, because this has turned away from a quick short video to just things I love right now. So, in that vein, I do like the Twist and Light powder from Makeup Forever. Alana just used this as well recently, and she used it under her eyes, which I would not recommend doing. It is, I would not use this as a setting powder. You can see there's like not much in there now. You just twist it, give it a little shake. Oh, and then twist it back to close it. And now you can see there's some powders in there. A little mix of all of them. Ooh, quite a lot of powders actually. So I'm going to dip my big fluffy brush in there. It's an interesting setup, but you get like, I feel like I actually get more than I want. I don't know. But I'm gonna kind of press it in to the lid, get it in the brush, because it is shimmery. But if you go loosely and dust it like a finishing powder, that's when it really shines. I wouldn't use it as a setting powder under my eyes. It's too shimmery. But, oh, look at that. Look at that radiance. It's really a beautiful powder and a really great finishing. It's kind of... The results, I feel like, are kind of a loose version of the ambient lighting powders from Hourglass. That's how I would compare this. No glitter, just a fine radiance that's a little bit blurring and smoothing. I take what's left under, but not like setting up in here. But I'll take it on the tops of my cheeks there. And everywhere else. Okay. Let's do a little bit of setting spray. I'm gonna use some of the Glass Skin from Peach and Lilly. And if I wasn't talking to you, to the camera, I would be done already. I would not still be yakking away. All right, a little bit of highlight. I'm just gonna use the Rare Enlighten, and I just do a tiny bit on the tip of my nose, down the middle to enhance that contour, thinning my pretty substantial nose. And then of course, inner corner. This is one of my favorite highlights for the inner corner because it is so light and bright. It's funny, all the hassle I went through to get the golden shade of this, and I almost never use it. Every once in a while, I'll reach for it for my cheeks, but I love the white. If I were gonna add more highlight today, which I wasn't planning on it, I would use Mesmerize, the more rose toned. I don't think this cheek needs it with all of the iconic, nobody needs anything, but might as well. I've got it open. Just gonna put a little bit, tap off the brush, and that's just gonna go right here on the highest high point. That's so pretty. And everywhere else, you know, the highest high point and everywhere else. Okay, a little bit of brow. My super fast brow these days, the Precisely My Brow topped off with the NYX brow glue. If I was in a super hurry, the NYX brow glue by itself, the tinted one. All right, so there's the pencil, and then just follow it up with the brow glue. This is the dark brown. There we go. Brows are done. Tight line and mascara, and then we're out the door. Gonna go in my typical LA girl. It can't be beat. There's others that are good, but this one's $4, $5. I've been having some eye sensitivity recently, and they water aggressively. If I had to pick my top 3 mascaras right now, the L'Oreal Telescopic Lash Lift, Tower 28, Make Waves, and the Gxve. I cannot stop wearing the Gxve, can't stop staring. It's, of the 3, it is my favorite. This one really lifts my lashes. And I feel like it gets firm enough that you can manipulate them. Like, it's got good hold. It's got really good hold. I don't know if a camera actually can do them justice, but this mascara is phenomenal. Gwen Stefani's team, whoever, I don't know how involved she actually is in the development of products. But if she is involved, she did a killer job. A lip, duh. I never used to wear any lip products, so I always kind of almost forget. I really like the Sephora Rosewood shade. Rosewood, and then my other favorite is the Rare Beauty Wise, which is actually pretty similar. Rosewood is over here closer to the tattoo from Sephora, and this one on the inside is the Rare Beauty in the shade Wise, which is a little bit deeper. Rosewood is a little more pink, but pretty similar depth. I'm gonna use Wise. I started watching a show on HBO, a comedy, which I don't normally watch many comedy. I've never been a real big sitcom fan. I always soften the line with my finger. And then take too much and then go back over it again. Oh, but yeah, so the new show I've been watching called Somebody Someplace, I think, or Someone Someplace. It's really good. It's I would call it more of a dramedy. It's definitely got heartfelt, serious moments in addition to a good bit of comedy. It's funny. It's worth watching. I've just finished the first season last night, so I'm going to start on the second season. If you're looking for a comedy show and you have HBO, it's pretty funny. I just finished watching Game of Thrones again for the 975th time. There's something in my chair stabbing me. I just realized there's like a spring or something in the front that is stabbing me. I'm gonna have to get a new chair. Darn it. This is a really cute chair too. All right, we've got our lip liner on. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Honesty and the Rare Beauty Lip Stain. So with the liner and the oil stain, it's the tinted oils that's really a lip stain. At least I have a base of color that lasts, and then I can just use a regular gloss or oil as I go throughout the day. I wish I had the more pink one here with me, but I like it. It's comfortable. It's a tiny bit minty. Leaves a little bit of a stain, but isn't overwhelming. It's not hard to wear. It's not drying, but it's nice to get a base of color with that and a liner. Oh, you know what I just saw? That would be perfect. The Vieve Lip Dew in the shade Rosa. Her lip oils are a beautiful formula. They're a little bit cupcake flavored, but not a ton of color, but enough. And they're so comfortable. Yeah, that's what we're gonna take with us. All right. One last spritz of, I'm gonna use the Morphe. And there you have it. This is the finished look. We're just going again to the movies to see the new Little Mermaid and do our normal Sunday brunch and lounge thing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great Memorial weekend. You probably won't see this until I'm done editing it in about a week. Like, subscribe, share, all the things. Have a great rest of your day. Be well, be kind, and be loved. Have a great one. Bye.